So, hi everyone. Today we have an interesting discussion for you with my friend Ben Liong. First of all, can you share a bit about your background and your role at Crypto.com and like what you were doing over a number of years? I understand that you've been over there for many years. So, what exactly were you doing?
Start off with the mobile effort. So in case anyone doesn't know, crypto.com is of course crypto exchange service and platform, right? So what they do is they allow you to, in a very simple term, buy and sell bitcoins, right? So I started off leading their mobile efforts, and then jumping into the decentralized finance portion of um, their whole ecosystem, if you will.
Yeah.
But in the recent year or two, I joined the AI efforts inside Crypto.com, where we are doing a lot of interesting things in there. A lot of RAG refining and things like that we can talk about.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, on some of those AI topics, what sort of projects were you working on? And like, how do you see AI impacting just generally as well? So mainly your projects there, but also generally the financial sector and also broadly the crypto area.
So let me answer your first thing first. Is that I think in general AI brings the level of automated intelligence to a
Y-
whole new level.
Yeah,
I think that's the fundamental concept.
yeah,
And what it brought to specifically crypto.com or crypto in general is that it allows for more intelligent security.
yeah,
It allows for better scrutiny or understanding of things like smart contract,
yeah,
right? For example, you would your user would interact with a smart contract, and the AI would automatically be able to tell them if there's any red flag,
yeah,
or without human intervention sometimes,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I think a lot of that has to do with a broader understanding of the system
Yes,
uh, in terms of language,
right,
right?
right.
Yeah. So in general, it's a raise of a general rise of intelligence in the system.
Excellent. Okay. Now, when you were doing some of this work for to improve the intelligence and so on, and generally as well, like what do you see are some of the biggest challenges, right, for the companies to implement AI and adopt AI? For example.
First of all, it has a lot to do with data, right? So as with everything,
Yes.
AI, data is king, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
What you get from all this large language model,
Yes.
all this all this chat GPT and everything,
Yeah.
garbage in, garbage out,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah. True.
if you have very good data, if you have very good workflow to keep ingressing
Yeah.
good data and
Yeah.
eliminate bad data,
Yeah.
then your AI would be well maintained.
Yes.
You would catch up with the change of times,
Yeah.
right? So I think the first and foremost is data, right? I think second of all is it, adaptation has a lot to do with understanding um, what AI can and what AI cannot do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So setting the expectation in terms of how much the AI is going to hallucinate,
Yeah.
give you false data,
Yeah.
what kind of things is good to use AI, what kind of things is bad for AI to work on,
Yeah.
right? Those kind of understanding. I think a lot of big companies are still developing a sense of what that is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You're right. I mean, I think from data perspective, I think you're spot on because we've seen this with other things as well, where garbage in, garbage out, with all of the other intelligence as well. And now with AI intelligence, I think you're spot on. so data probably is one of the we see as well as one of the biggest factor in your success or your failure of the AI project. So on that point, really, I mean, do you see any specific challenge around the data security and data privacy, for example, in AI use cases? And like, how do you tackle, or what do you suggest companies do to tackle,
Mhm.
any challenges that they have with the data security and data privacy?
Talking about data security and privacy, right? A lot of that has to do with where you allow your users' data to be,
Yeah.
right? So I think that's one of the main challenge in terms of security and privacy in the AI adoption.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of AI offerings are services, right? Is a software as a service, right?
Hmm.
OpenAI, Microsoft Azure, and Google Gemini, right? They are all accessible via API.
Hmm.
But in order for you to access that, you have to send your prompt, your questions over to their server, right? I think you know best. A lot of security team, a lot of privacy advocate would would just say stop, right? No data, no user data should go over to another company or even another country, right? So that's it has a lot to do with the control of where the data resides, where the data can go,
Yeah.
right? So one of the things that a lot of companies are starting to do is to host their own large language models,
Yeah.
right? Um, they, in that sense, they control their own servers, be
Yeah.
it on AWS
Yeah.
or Google Cloud or whatnot.
Yeah.
They control the security policy,
Yeah.
right? And who can or cannot use the data,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the main trends that I see in terms of security and privacy in AI adoption.
Right.
Another thing is about alignment, right?
Right.
So AI alignment is whether the AI is answering the user's questions correctly,
Mm-hmm.
leading the user on to a wrong directions,
Mm-hmm.
you will.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, that's not a lot of things we can do. We accept that companies will have to keep monitoring and improving with refining the large language models.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So good to know. One thing that I always wanted to know, and sorry for my ignorance span, but can you explain for our viewers and myself as well?
Mm-hmm.
What is AI agent, and why there's a lot of talk about AI agent and the agency and so on. So, what is that about, and what are the other sort of like upcoming things as compared to AI agent?
It's, it is definitely a hot topic, right? It's a buzzword, if you will, agent. Um, so in order to talk about agent, let's talk about what large language model, what LLM actually is.
Mm-hmm.
So when you interact with something like ChatGPT,
Yeah.
what you do is you actively ask the model questions, right? Text in and answer out,
Mm.
right? A lot of that going on in ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the model, the AI, if you will, is very passive. It's waiting for you to ask questions, and you ask one question, you get one answer, and so on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So after a while, the whole industry say, "Oh, this is not enough."
No.
Right. So we started developing something called workflow or
Yeah.
something called um, agents.
Yeah.
Right. So what agents can do is that they can do things on your behalf. Right.
Mm.
So instead of answering questions,
Mm.
responding,
Mm-hmm.
they can take action now. Right. But these actions are still triggered by your command, right? For
Mm-hmm.
example, you're saying to the AI, right, go go look at my calendar and see when I need to leave for my next meeting,
Yeah.
right? So the LM would tell the agent to go to the calendar
Yeah.
through an API,
Yeah.
check your next meeting,
Yeah.
check Google Maps,
Yeah.
and do all that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So that's what an agent can do.
Right.
In essence, agent is large language model with the ability to use tools, use API,
Mm-hmm.
and has the intelligence to know when to use tools,
Right.
right? So, but it's still triggered by you. It's still a human asking the agent a question,
Yeah.
and then it responding with some kind of action this time,
Right.
right? So, and then there's this term called agentic workflow,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So agentic workflow is more autonomous.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically an orchestration with multiple agents.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, one agent would be in charge of the calendar. One agent would be in charge of, let's say, ordering your food and things like that, right? So imagine in a company you would have 10, 20 agents.
Yeah.
Maybe they are all called employees,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And agentic workflow, in that sense, is a manager. Is a that orchestrate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right. So you would a good scenario would be that if a customer inquiry comes in through email,
Yeah.
then you would kick off that agentic workflow. They would do what we call react, right?
Yeah.
So they would do reasoning.
Yeah.
That's the RE part, and they would call. They would plan out the steps that they need to do.
Yes.
Right. Draft an email, respond, and note down the inquiry and things like that, right? So 4 or 5 steps, and then they would jump into action based on the 4 or 5 steps that they drafted, right? So that's the whole agentic workflow.
Right. Right.
So there's a little bit of difference, a little bit of nuance between agent and agentic workflow.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. So as a sort of like one of the questions that I had in mind is also to look at future. So what do you see? I mean, this is today we're talking about agents and agentic AI workflow and so on, but like what do you see in future? How you see this developing, and what are the sort of like upcoming things that you see? And you'd say, hey, keep an eye on that, see how that develops. What would be the things that you see?
I think the need to continuously work on security and privacy in AI is going to be huge.
Yes.
Because a lot of small, medium, large companies, they are feeling the pressure to start adapting.
Right.
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 So I think there are 2 main trends that I see.
Yeah.
Is that a lot of work that doesn't need the top-notch models,
right,
would fall into smaller open source models, right? So those are things like DeepSeek,
yes,
that is open sourced. Those are like something like Quen, something like Meta's Llama.
yes,
That those are models that you can download and run off of your laptop,
right,
or even your mobile,
yeah,
right? This way you can better control
yeah,
how the user's data flow,
right.
And I think a lot of times only the most critical, the most critical workflow would involve things like ChatGPT 3, O3, and stuff like that. That's the top notch of intelligence, right?
Right.
And it has 2 effects, right? One is that you save a little bit of money,
Yeah.
right? Because every time you call ChatGPT, you have to pay.
Yeah.
Right? The more intelligent the model, the more you pay,
Yeah,
obviously,
pay.
right?
Yeah.
And secondly, you of course you keep your data safe, right? So that's one thing. And in the land of large language model, because it's language, right? We are slowly diving into other modalities, right? So right now they're awesome in text, they have okay understanding in terms of image.
Yeah.
But I think we are going to go into a world where they understand the other senses, like video. They would have senses for touch,
Mm-hmm.
right? Maybe smell,
Nice.
right? And things like that. So um, I think in that sense, NVIDIA is leading the charge,
Yeah.
right? They're developing all sorts of robotics platforms
Yeah.
that allow maybe a robot with LM
Mm.
to understand where we are. Oh, it's hot outside. Oh, it's
Mm.
really bright. This table is really rough,
Right.
right? All
Right.
that kind of things they can put into that context
Yeah.
when they interact with you,
Wow.
right? So I think that's very exciting, but that's maybe 5, 6 years away.
Mm. Interesting. I mean,
Hmm.
I didn't think about this before, but that's quite interesting. Adding further senses
Yeah.
to the overall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So what the AI world they call that modality.
Right.
So text is one modality, image is another one, video is another one. So we
Mm-hmm.
will start to get more and more into different modalities being able to mix and interact with
Right.
each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ben. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I hope we all learn a thing or two from this. And thank you so much. Brilliant day to do this.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah. This is awesome. It's really rare in London, but here we are. No?
yeah, exactly. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Take